here again. We are here again. Father, we are here again. The Holy Ghost come and take control. Amen. Good day, Momo. Welcome back to your boys channel, Deja Vu Hub once again. And today we are here with another blockbuster episode called Women Are Born With Their Value, while men must create their own value. But how come? Are we not born the same way? How come women are born with their value and men must create their own value? Come on! So if you have been sticking with us on this channel, today you will understand why some things are the way they are in the society. Thank God for my own. Thank God for being a man. And I'm sure women will say the same thing about themselves. So stick around and understand exactly why it's happening like that. So if you are a returning subscriber on the channel, please don't forget to always like the video and share with your friends and family. But if you are a newcomer on the channel, please look at that subscribe button below, that shiny red button. Please click on that button now. I'll give you a few seconds to do so. Thank you. I believe you have done that. So thank you. Now let's go. Auspicious. Hello guys, thank you for sticking around and welcome back. So we mentioned earlier that today's topic is how women are born with their value and men must create their value. Yes, this is very important for us to know, because a lot of times we wonder how come a guy and a girl will finish from the university, and at the same time after a few months, after a couple of months, you see the girl getting married, but the guy is still single. But come on, why wouldn't he be single? He does not even have a job. He doesn't have a livelihood. So can he realistically think of going to get a woman for marriage? I go swear for you. Who are you? Anyway, so for the woman, it is easier for a woman to finish from any higher school of learning and settle down with a man. So basically what is happening is that, so women might not be aware of what is happening. They might not understand the functionality or the mechanism of how the society works. Not only women, most men as well. They might not understand the mechanism in the society. But basically what is happening is that women wait at the finish line to pick the winners. Let me say that again. Women wait at the finish line to pick the winners. So let me put it like this. Deborah and Bashiru. Now this is very real life situation. I'm just painting a picture here. So Deborah and Bashiru finished from Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria. So now Deborah is 24 years, Bashiru is 26 years. Both are equally brilliant. Probably Bashiru is a little bit more brilliant than Deborah. Even though Bashiru finished with a second class upper and Deborah finished with a second class lower. Just painting a picture, like I said. So even though, yet by the time they finished, none of them has a job. But Mr. Bright has been talking to Deborah. Mr. Bright started talking to Deborah when Deborah was in 400 level. Even though Deborah rejected Mr. Bright over and over and over again. But guess what? This is where women are smart and intelligent. So she has been rejecting Mr. Bright, but she kept Mr. Bright's line open. She understands the inevitability that probably, maybe it's a possibility, maybe. Even though Deborah loves Bashiru. But the problem is, Bashiru is not yet at the finish line. Bashiru is a 26-year-old man, like I said earlier. Deborah is a 24-year-old woman. Now, Mr. Bright sitting at the corner is a 33-year-old man, much more accomplished than both Deborah and Bashiru. Mr. Bright works with Mobile, has 2 cars, with a nice apartment, and good money in the bank. What does that make Mr. Bright? Mr. Bright is a winner already at the finish line. But Bashiru is still at the back, struggling, trying to get to the finish line. And here, this is what is funny. Deborah is a woman. Even though Deborah loves Bashiru, but Bashiru has not gotten to the finish line where Deborah will think, oh, I will marry this guy, I'll go with it. And don't forget, there is a saying that no woman is your own, it is just your turn. No woman is your own, it is just your turn. So what does that tell you? All the while Bashiru and Deborah were messing with each other. Yes, I will say it again, they were messing with each other. Bashiru, who do you think you are? Do you think she's your own? They play. Which man don't call your wife? I'm so sorry. Anyway, you get the picture I'm painting, guys. So basically, at this point, Deborah is looking at her own biological clock as well. So on that basis, she has no choice but to give in to Mr. Bright, who happens to be ready. So, well, I am familiar with the saying that a lot of times women don't even marry who they love. They probably marry who is ready. So at this point, Mr. Bright is ready, and Bashiru is still at the back of God trying to make ends meet. So if you are a man, one way or the other, you understand this kind of scenario would have happened to you at one point in your life. Come on. Sure, you want the lie. And they lie to yourself now, they play. Make it a play there. Except if you never play before. If you never play, but if you don't play, me I don't play. So as guy man we don't play, I understand, I understand things. This is probably also coming from a place of experience. So it's normal. So if you're a guy man, it's just normal. It will happen. Things like that will happen. Maybe probably not exactly in this fashion, but expect something like this to happen. So when we say that women are born with their value, men must create theirs. Now look at the scenario. In this case, Deborah is just a woman. Yes, she might be an educated woman. At least she has a degree. But that's not even the point here. The point is, she has not really accomplished much in life as well. Basically, Mr. Bright is going for Deborah simply because she's a woman. So that's to tell you how women are born with their value, simply because she has a punani. You understand what I'm saying now? So, but for the guy, it's not the case. I don't care, no matter how good looking you are, no matter how strong your game is, at that stage in life, you are nobody as a man. Yes, you might have strong game. Strong game will give you, strong game as a guy. If your game is strong enough, at least that can guarantee you regular, you be playing balls regularly. She gets, even though you don't get money, but at least you can still be playing balls regularly. And girls will be entering into your traps. You said with a play ball, you will not stay dry, both dry season and wet season. So if you're a guy and you have strong games, so normal, you'll be communicating with nature. If you know what I mean. So back to our conversation. So exactly, so Deborah is getting married to Mr. Bright now simply because she's a woman, and Bashiru on the other hand must work on his value. He must create his value. So when we say a man must create his value, so what that simply means is, as a man, you must be able to create excess resources before you can be attractive to a lot of women on the grand scheme of things. So attraction differ, and here is what is funny. Attraction between men and women is not symmetrical. So when we say it's not symmetrical, it means what men find attractive in women is not the same thing as what women find attractive in men. So which means it's not symmetrical, it's not the same, it's actually opposing, it is complementary. So take for instance, I mentioned in the last video that women sell purity, men sell success. So basically what this means is that what I find attractive in a woman, for instance, is, so as a woman, don't be a 304. No, don't be a 304. If you know what 304 means. So in this case, we have to use YouTube friendly words. Don't be a 304. I don't want a woman that has been with this guy, or that guy, or that guy, or that guy, or that guy. Yeah, I don't want. So that's who 304 is. I don't want a woman that has been around the block. Come on now, I don't want that. So that's part of the things I don't want in a woman. I want a woman that is nurturing. I want a woman that is friendly to me. To me alone. Friendly. So by saying friendly, so when a woman is friendly, nurturing, she's not a 304. So basically, let's quickly touch on the friendly part. So when we say she has to be friendly, that doesn't mean she should be flirtatious to other men. No, friendliness is quite different from flirting. So I'm not saying I'm not encouraging flirtatious behavior towards other men. No, that's a red flag, guys. Red flag. So these are part of the things that men find attractive in women. She's feminine, so aka she respects me. She's submissive to me. She's feminine. She respects me. She's not a 304. She has not been around the block. I don't want a woman that has been around the block. Hello. And also she adds value to me. She adds value to my life. So if I'm talking idealistically now, I actually don't want a rich woman. Now if she's rich, that's very good for her. I'm not against my wife or my woman or my girlfriend to be rich. So but as a rich man myself, I don't need, so for my wife to be rich, I don't need her to be rich, which means she actually needs me to be rich. On the other hand, on the other spectrum, so because that's part of the things she finds attractive in me. So that's why when I said attraction is not symmetrical, it's actually asymmetrical, it's complementary. So because I can go to, okay, take for instance, I can go to Kentucky Fried Chicken tomorrow, KFC, and see a young, attractive, friendly, feminine woman. I like her. I can talk to her. I can marry her. I don't care, even though she's not as rich as probably a lawyer updated in the past, that I know she's a career woman, career driven, she's financially sound, even though I know she's not on that wavelength financially. I don't care, because there is a common saying that women's money is women's money and men's money is our money. So for crying out loud, what do I need her money for? So basically it's my money. So and that's part of the things that women find attractive in men. So really, if she's rich, if she has money, fine, as long as she has the qualities that I need. Because basically I understand at the back of my mind, I know her money is her money, so I don't care. But on the other hand, so these are part of the things that I find attractive in a woman. On the other hand, a woman wants a man that is competent, that is confident. Part of being competent is also being financially capable. A woman wants a man that can give her security. Competence can also lead to security. So when a man can protect and you can provide, you can see the competence in everything we just mentioned now. So there's competency, there is confidence. So these are all of the qualities that women look out for. I mentioned earlier that Deborah went with Mr. Bright simply because Mr. Bright is competent. Mr. Bright has a roof on his head. Mr. Bright is rich enough to put food on their table. Mr. Bright has what it takes to keep a family running, and Mr. Bright appears to be ready. So, with all respect to Bashiru, this is just how the society functions. So basically, she's able to move like that because she's a woman. And this is a good example that women are born with their value, while men must create yours. So basically, I've actually mentioned two examples. One of them, Bashiru and Deborah, finishing from one school. Eventually, Deborah did not end up with Bashiru, but Deborah ended up with Mr. Bright. The other one is when a man is in a good financial position, you can actually marry any woman, rich, not rich, as long as he finds the qualities he wants in that woman. But a lot of women nowadays, they believe that men and women attraction are the same. Actually, attraction triggers differ. They differ. So women believe that if they are rich, men will find them attractive. That's not the case, actually. That's not the case. Especially if you are rich as a woman, the man you want to take you seriously, those men don't need your money, in actual fact. Let me say it again. Now, I mentioned one thing in our previous video, that women are hypergamous, which is normal. I understand. So these examples that that I just mentioned, they are also typical examples of hypergamy, and that's true. So this is why we also see that women can be on social media, dangle their sexuality, and then you will see simps DMing them, say, oh, I will give you this, I will give you that. They will send them money. Show them good time. Those are called tricksters. Tricks will spend anything for a woman. And this is our working boys. Yes, I dare to say it. This is our working boys. 9 times out of 10 collect goodies from simps. I'm afraid we now live in a society that is filled with simps. Simps! How dare you? The nerve. So actually, it is the simps that we have in this society, allowing women to have overinflated sense of ego. I will say that again. The simps we have in society are the ones allowing women to have overinflated sense of ego. So because it is the action of simps, women are having overinflated sense of ego. Take for instance, you will see a 5/10 woman. If you ask her, what do you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, she will say she's a 10. These days, every woman is a 10. This is how they rate themselves. I'm a 10, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. As a matter of fact, this is not confidence. I'm afraid I might even call it foolishness. Yes. So because I'm sorry to say this, but only women have the luxury of being stupid, yet they can still land the man of their dreams, or they can still land a high value man. Okay, look at this.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how smart are you?
Smart? Me, I know myself, I'm a smart girl.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how smart are you?
I'm smart. When it comes to money, I'm smart. When it comes to business, I'm smart.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how smart are you from 1 to 10?
How should I explain that? Me on my own, and I'm smart.
Ẹ sọ pé mo wà gorgeous. Ẹ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ abẹ́ ẹ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìtumọ̀ fẹ́ gbọ́ nìyẹn.
No, that's the way you talk am.
I can't say that. I can't ever say that. You say I look so gorgeous. Why I can say that? I can't see you before. Kí ló dé ń parọ́ mọ́ mi ẹ̀dùn? I don't know because ẹ sọ pé mo wà gorgeous àbí ẹ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Èmi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
From 1.
But in the case of a man, I can bet you, if a man is stupid, even if he eventually gets married to a woman, I can tell you that man is providing value no matter what. And 9 times out of 10, he is getting married to a woman that is even lower than him on that totem pole, on that spectrum. It is just natural. But only women, how dare you? Only women have only women, a dumb woman will have the audacity to reject another man on a intelligence wavelength. A woman that is dumb will say, you are not my type. You are broke for me. And yet she's dumb. So this is what Simp Nation has actually created for women. And also social media is also a game changer for women, and this is why I said so. In addition to how a lot of parents are raising their daughters, where they will tell them you are special, you are one of a kind, you are this, you are that. So basically, this thing starts at home. It starts from their psychic, like what the parents are putting in their psychic, and they grew with it. So when all parents are telling their daughters that they are special, then it actually defeats the purpose of special. Because if you look at it, basically, by and large, women act the same way, the same pattern, yet each of them call themselves special. I don't know the rationality behind that, but hey, this is what I have seen. So, and I'm speaking anecdotally. Yes. So basically, this is how the society functions. And well, don't attack the messenger. You can attack the message. Don't attack the messenger. Well, so we've come to the end of today's episode. Thank you for sticking around, and have a wonderful day. Peace.